Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Ormark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And we are nearly at the end of Sale-A-Bration. Finishes at the end of the month, which is only a few days away. And I thought I would use some of the things that I know that are not going to be available from there. So we are going to be using, let me just get this out because I've got something for another one. So Friendly Hello, I used that last time and I'm using it this week as much as I can because it's the last week, and it comes with, so it's a double one. You have to spend £90 to get it totally free. You can't buy it, but if you put in an order for anything that you want and it comes to £90, you can get this one and the paper for free. And the paper is Friendly Hello. And it's all sorts of lovely sort of fresh spring type colours and cards. I'm not going to show you it all, you've seen it all before, but it comes together. So we're using the paper this time, and it's going to be a very quick, simple one because I don't want to be spending too much time with you. These are going to be quick ones so that you've got something to inspire you but not take too long. So basically black cardstock and whatever size your mount is going to be. So this is going to be 1/4 inch smaller. So do that however you will normally do it. Mine always runs at 3.5 by 5 1/4, and that's just the way I do it. And then what I've done is I have cut some strips. Now, always have bits and pieces of strips over. So I've cut these strips in 1/2 inch pieces and 1/4 inch pieces. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pieces and I'm just going to take, hopefully I'm going to have enough glue. I always say that because I'm always running out of glue because I do use a lot. So I need to make sure that I've got this the right way. I always put them together in their spaces. So I think it should have been there, shouldn't it? Yes. So always make sure that you've got your, once you've cut them, I cut them on my trimmer, but just make sure you've got them in the right place. And then your first piece, you want to come as near to your edge as you can get it, and put that down. And then your last piece, so I always do the first and the last first and last, because then it doesn't matter space wise how you work with it, because as long as you've got those two pieces, which you want them to be exactly, make sure I haven't turned it, I haven't. You want to make sure that they're exactly on one end and the other. And I find it's easier if you just, put one on first and then the other, because then you can just work as you want. So I'm literally just going to glue these ones. Now you can run the tape down it if you want to. You can use double-sided tape. I'm literally just making sure that it comes where I want it to. Now is that one? No, it's not. It needs to come that way up, doesn't it? There we go. So just make sure that as you're doing it, you know, you are checking your paper. I'm somebody who tends to get it upside down and inside out, but just leave a little bit of a space like that. And then this one, we're going to do exactly the same sort of thing. Now this one is a 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch give a nice sort of different look to it. So I'm going to put this one in with a little bit of a wider piece on here, because again, there's no particular rhyme or reason to this. You're doing it fairly obscure so that it's not always in the same, and I'm just making sure that I'm doing it the right way. which is why once I've cut it, I try and keep it in the same place, because otherwise you will find that you will, particularly if you're like me, you then put it down and you go, oh, that's not in the right place. So this one is going to have a bigger space like that. And then this one is the last one, and it's going to go down in on the middle. So this is a very easy way of using up bits of scrap, but in a fairly uniform way, so that they come out quite nicely in. Is that going to be where I wanted it on there? Yes, it is. So this then comes in between in the middle of here. So you can see on this, my spaces have got bigger as I've gone along. But again, that actually works quite well. You've got the pattern coming through. And if you haven't got it exactly straight, which I haven't on here, it doesn't matter too much, because if you're somebody who can't get it, you can see how that's a bit cockeyed on that one. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my trimmer and literally just take a smidgen off either side. Now, a smidgen is a technical term, so that you can literally just get your pieces exactly where you want them. So I'm just taking this little tiny piece off here, like that. So I now know that that's completely straight. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. So again, we've just got a little tiny piece on here that's come off, so that we now know that that is completely straight. So if you're somebody like me that struggles with straightening things, it's a good way of doing it. Now, if I take my cardstock now, you will probably find that I need to take, you can see on here that I will need to take just about 1/8 of an inch off of here. So I'm just going to take it like that, take a little piece off of there, so that that then works out exactly where I want it. So let's put that down there for now. So we've now got our black base, and we've got the cardstock in on there. Now, you can turn it whichever way you want. So you can have it from the thick, thinner pieces to the thick pieces, other way round, whichever works for you. I'm going to do it this way because I think that that will work nicely. So I'm just going to stick this in on here. And have that, so that's my border. Again, turn it over on the other side. So you've got that lovely sort of variegated part on there, and then all you need to do is to put a sentiment on. Now I have, what have I done with it? I have stamped out, here we go. I've stamped out the from Special Moments, which again is Sale-A-Bration. 21 different sentiments you can get in there. So again, if you've got some an order to put in before the end of the month, link to my shop's always down below. You can get this one absolutely free with a qualifying order. So this is going to have Hope You Have the Best Birthday. Now I could put this right the way across and then have this in on the center like that. Or I can have it, let's have a look and see which I prefer. Just a little, yeah, it needs to just be a smaller part of this. So I'm going to put the sentiment just in on here, and all I've done is just cut it down. Got a little scrap of the black in on here, so I can have that with a border around it like that. And then all I need to do is to make sure that I've got the same amount of space the other side. and then that's going to go down in on the center. So you've got, I could put it down on one side, but I want to have it sort of fairly straight in on the center. I don't need to put it up with dimensionals. Again, depending where you're posting, a lot of countries, if you add a dimensional or something like that and it doesn't go through the little slot, it's going to cost you more. So these are very easy ways of just doing things that aren't going to cost a lot. So that's a very easy, simple, you've just got your paper. You can use whatever papers you want. So you can use any fancy papers, but I thought that that was really quite nice and just sort of spring-like with the black on it as well. I thought it worked quite nicely. So a very simple, easy card using just some designer series paper. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.